In this tutorial, we will write a Java program to print inverted full pyramid. In last tutorial, we printed a full pyramid, and in this tutorial, we have to print inverted full pyramid. And this is actually the picture of the inverted full pyramid. So we just we'll be using almost the same type of code with a minor alteration in the code, because we have to print first a number of rows, depends on the number of rows, and number of rows times star, and then we have to keep decreasing star and keep increasing our spaces. So let's say if I have number of rows e rows equals to 6, and first I need a loop to keep track of rows. So I start a for loop, integer I equals to 0, I less the number of rows, and I plus plus. So this basically keep tracks of number of rows. And now I need a loop to print stars. Okay, not stars, but I need loop to print spaces first and then stars, and spaces have to be minimum. So I'll start a for loop for integer j equals to I will start j from 0 up to j less than I and j plus plus. Okay, and I will print uh, just spaces over here. So this loop will start from 0 and will in first iteration I'll be 0, so it will go from 0 to 0, so 0 space, and next iteration it will print 1 space, and then another iteration it will print 2 spaces, and go on. So spaces will start from 0, and they will keep increasing. And then we need a loop to print star, and star will be maximum, and then they will be keep decreasing. So I have integer k equals to um, k, for example, let's say start from 0, not 0 but I, and they go on until number of rows, and k plus plus. And why, I don't understand why they. Okay, so this basically start from first, it will start from 0 up to number of rows, and then 1 up to number of rows, 2 up to number of rows. So they will print, this loop will print maximum stars, and then it will go on to decreasing the stars until there's only one stars left. So let me print this one, and I print my star over here and give space. Finally I print a new line. So let's run and see if this works. And it does, and it does. Beautiful. So I think that's it with this tutorial, but I would like to walk you through the code once again. We have declared integer variable row, which starts from number of rows, and we have one outer loop which basically keep tracks of number of rows. So and then we have to first we have to print spaces. First we have to print spaces, then we have to print stars. Okay, so I'm sorry, first we print spaces, then we print stars. So I have one loop for spaces first, and then I have another loop for stars. And if you see, I have zero, almost zero space, and then one space, then two spaces, three spaces, and so on. So I start with zero spaces. I start my j from 0 up to I. In first iteration I will be 0, so it will be 0 space, and then another iteration I will be 1, so there will be one space, and so on. So this loop will print one space from zero spaces up to spaces number of rows number times of spaces. If there are 6 rows, it will print 6 spaces, and so on. And then I have a loop which is starting k from I, and it is going on until number of rows. So number of rows is 6. It will in first iteration I will be 0, so from 0 to 6, 6 stars, and then in second iteration I will be 1, so from 1 to 6, 5 stars. So stars will be maximum in first iteration, and it will keep decreasing until there's only one stars left. So then we are printing new line, so that our once entire row is printed, I want my next row to be on the new line. So that's it with this tutorial, and I will see you in next tutorial with a new program.